In an E-beam equipped room, there are 4 bits of technology you should probably familiarize yourself with. The E-beam inscribed tablet, the E-beam edge stylus, and the E-beam capture eraser and marker. We'll go over them a little bit right now, just so you have a general idea of what they do. The first one that I mentioned is the E-beam inscribed tablet. This tablet is incredibly useful because it can basically replace a mouse, so you can walk around the room and lecture from anywhere. To turn it on, hold down the on button. If it's working correctly, something similar to this should pop up. If something else here appears, like an error message, it means the tablet's not working correctly. And if that's the case, you can try to power cycle it, or if the issue keeps cropping up, just contact IT. This tablet is very useful because, like I said, you can use it as a mouse. Furthermore, you can page up or down in a PowerPoint, or even control the volume on the room's computer. If you so choose, and truth be told, it's not quite ideal for this, you can write with it. You can select what kind of pen, color you'd like to use, if you'd like a highlighter, if you'd like an eraser. You can even change the width of whatever you're using. The problem with writing on it is it's somewhat difficult to track yourself on the tablet because you can't see the screen. What I'm getting at is your handwriting is probably going to be very, very untidy. However, you can still underline with it pretty well. So if you're in a PowerPoint, you want to highlight something important, this tablet is really useful for that. Once you're done, just put the stylus back where you found it, turn it off, and then return it to its home at the podium. Another piece of technology is the E-beam edge stylus. What this does is it pretty much turns any E-beam equipped whiteboard projector into a smartboard. With this, you can use it as a mouse, or you can even use it like a marker and write with it. You'll be able to pull up a menu by selecting the circular button here. We'll get into that more a little later when we talk about E-beam programs more in depth. If you select this button, it'll act as a right click. So if you're clicking on something and you need to right click, hit this button and then push down. Something important to realize with this is that if you push the tip down, you'll hear a buzzing sound. That means it's charged and ready to go. If you don't hear that sound, it means it's dead, and so it won't work. As a result, it's very important that you handle this with care. When you're done with it, don't set it down in such a way where this is pushing against something, because you'll just drain the battery. These two little doohickeys have to do with E-beam capture. What they are is an eraser and a marker. What's useful about E-beam capture is it allows you to write on the board with a normal dry erase marker. So what you write will basically be written on the board in normal ink, but also transcribed digitally, so you can save whatever you've written and then upload it to Blackboard later. The eraser is useful because it erases not only ink, but also the digital file on the computer. Like I mentioned earlier with the whole pushing down and hearing a buzzing noise, that's still relevant for these two devices. So when you're done with them, set them down in such a way where they're not pushing against something, because you'll just drain the battery. And remember, if you don't hear any noise coming from them when you press down on the tip, they're dead, so they won't be useful. We'll go a little bit more over these two things in a different tutorial. But right now, I think it's very important that you just get a simple, very brief overview of what to do with them.